Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. Host Fred Arnold on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm here joined by John Gonzalez. John Gonzalez is a Vice President of Key Partners Insurance Services here in Santa Clarita. What a beautiful day, huh?
It's perfect out today.
I mean, it couldn't be more. This last weekend was amazing. This week's amazing. Hopefully, we get some rain soon. But we're talking insurance here on KHTS. And John, I want to ask you, tell me about your firm, what your mission is, what you're trying to get accomplished there to help the different homeowners and those that need insurance.
Yeah, so we're a full-service independent insurance agency. Independent meaning we have access to multiple carriers. We do a lot of commercial and personal insurance, and we feel like we have a vested interest in the success of our commercial clients along with our personal ones.
So let's talk about insurance. Specifically, what products is your sweet spot, if you will?
Okay, so we offer all property and casualty insurance from business insurance, workers' comp, personal homeowners and cars, which is normal consumer insurance. We also do life and health. Our sweet spot is probably packaged personal lines insurance along with smaller business insurance in this valley.
Boy, when you talk about business insurance, you got your building, you've got your liability, but one thing that's just been absolutely huge is workers' comp.
Right. Yeah, workers' comp is tough. We've had some series of California pure premium rate increases over the last few years. It fluctuates. Payrolls fluctuate. It's probably the biggest fixed expense of businesses, small businesses especially. We write a lot of contractors, and one of the things that they struggle with is workers' comp is a more fixed expense, and it's not always congruent with their revenue, meaning they're busy, they don't have enough money allocated for workers' comp. If they slow down, they're paying a little bit too much, and so we try to work with them and create customized payment plans that help them manage that cost in a manner that's efficient with how they're actually doing business.
Yeah, I love the way you say that, because it's probably one of the biggest challenges business owners face, isn't it?
Absolutely. That, and, employment practices liability insurance, it's a huge exposure that a lot of people don't know that they have. So those are the two things that we talk about a lot.
It would be nice. It would be nice to see the tide turn, because I know for some years, some business owners were not as ethical, did not do the right things. But I think nowadays, with all the laws and rules and regulations, business owners get it.
I agree.
And yeah. I'd love to see the turning of the tide, if you will, to really help out business owners, because they're just surviving in many cases.
Right, absolutely.
And that's what you help them do. So, what would you say one of the biggest challenges homeowners face?
On the homeowner side, especially in Santa Clarita, it has to be brush. There's so many areas in this valley that on the outskirts that have brush exposure, and through the last few years, carriers have tightened on that. Meaning the closer you are to brush, the less desirable your property is to multiple insurance carriers. And so one of the things that we've been lucky is we have a nice partnership with an A-rated admitted carrier that is pretty aggressive in their brush guidelines, and it allows us to give homeowners in those brush areas a packaged home and auto rate, which is hard to do in a lot of situations. So
I love to hear that, because I remember when I bought a house, I'm thinking a lot of houses have to burn before mine.
Exactly.
But I was rated like an 8 or a 9.
Right.
I think there's a scale. I think 8 or 9 was bad, right?
8 or 9 is bad, yes.
And then I called them and said, why did my insurance go down so much? Oh, well, you're rated a 9. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
They dropped me down to like a 5.
Right. So, I mean, it's just a thing that there's a lot of outskirts of this valley. It's a tough thing in this valley. So we've been lucky to get a nice partnership there that helps us a lot.
Good, and the firefighters do a great job with brush clearance, but certainly we do expect that this summer. Let's talk about fires, if you will. And make sure you're protected, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what your job is. As a community partner, what do you see as your top priority?
Well, one of the things that we've had a lot of success with is we have a lot of partnerships with real estate agents, mortgage lending firms, escrow companies, and I had a background in real estate finance, and so I understand a real estate transaction and understand how important it is to close a transaction quickly, and we don't want insurance to mess up those transactions for you guys. So
you almost don't want to be thought about.
Absolutely.
If you're not thought about,
it's like a referee.
When the insurance comes up, then there's a Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great philosophy to have. John, those that want to reach out to you and Key Partners Insurance Services, how can they do that?
We're located on Westinghouse Drive, right off Newhall Ranch. We have a great website.
Love that building.
Thank you. Yeah, we just moved in there in November. It's been great for us. We have a website. We have a mobile app. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, all the social media avenues. So reach out to us. We have a live person that answers the phone on the second ring all day. Our service is important.
Love that. And phone number?
It's 844-253-1511. That's our toll-free number.
Sometimes I say that to people and they get stumped real quick. Right?
It's programmed in my phone as Office.
The reason why I say that is some people are listening to this on hometownstation.com. They'll listen to this re-recording of it, and I wanted to make sure they get it and they know where to find you.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for sharing some key insights to business and homeowners.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, John Gonzalez, Key Partners Insurance Services. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. The show's Fred Arnold on AM 1220 KHTS.